Hi, it's Jeff Pulver, and welcome to Jeff's Place. I'm grateful to everyone who's here today. I'd like to give a shout out to my sister Lauren and to Harry, who are co-producing the show, and to everyone who's joining us from around the world. I am truly grateful to all of you for being here, for sharing your time. I just ask you that while we have the performances, for you to keep your cameras on so that people who are performing get to see you and not a screen. For those of you who are coming here for the very first time, imagine that you just walked into a coffee house, and if you look to your left, you'll see a small wooden stage. There's a stage is big enough for for a standing microphone, for a piano, maybe it's a guitar. Behind the performer is a small mixer, and in front of the stage are about 50 almost comfortable wooden chairs, but they're all magical because no matter where you sit, you have a front row seat, and that's Jeff's place. And I look forward to hosting what I know will be a wonderful show today. And I'm grateful to the artists who said yes, who part of today's show, joining us from the U.S., from Canada, and from Ireland. And my very first guest, I'm so grateful to have Amy, who is the founder of an amazing place in for music in the world, for a home for singer-songwriters globally, happens to be the Bluebird, and just a magical place. Amy, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for saying yes. So, if I could just go a little uh, bit back, what was your inspiration back when you before there was the Bluebird? Um, from what I watched the documentary. By the way, if any of you have not seen Bluebird, the documentary, I recommend you rent it, watch it. It's an amazing story. It may make you cry, it may make you smile, but it will certainly give you a feeling of music and the depth and the magic, what it's like to be around the singer songwriter community. So, um, prior to the Bluebird, Amy, did you ever think that you'd actually be part of of a venue like that? Was it something you imagined in your mind, or how did that happen?
No, not at all. I was supposed to go to college and then to law school, and I sort of lost interest in that. And then I thought I wanted to go into the restaurant business. I wanted to be a chef. And then when I started to think about that, then I got involved with a guitar player. And so that combination of those two things, food and guitar players, and my other love of liquor, just seemed to combine to be a moment when a 26-year-old who didn't know any better decided to open a bar and put a stage in it. I've given up most of those bad habits at this point, but the Bluebird came out of it, so it was really good.
No, it's beautiful. And how did what's the origin of the name?
Well, when the night I went and opened a checking account, and the bank wanted a name for the place. I was like, I'm not ready for that, and I said, I'll call you in the morning. And I had three ideas. I could call it Grandma's Money because that's how I paid for it. I could call it the 4104 Club because it's at 4104 Hillsborough Road, or Bluebird Cafe. And I don't know where I came up with Bluebird Cafe from, except when I was a child, I was in the Bluebirds, which was a group like the Girl Scouts. And I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning and I was like, it's going to be Bluebird Cafe. And I will just tell you that even to this day, when I'm in the grocery store or walking along the sidewalk, and people yell out, "Hey, Bluebird," and I'm just always happy they're not yelling out, "Hey, Grandma." So, worked out
Well,
very well for me.
and so you mentioned it was because you had the background in the restaurant, the passion in the restaurant, and you had a boyfriend who was a guitar player.
Yes.
So you wanted to create a friendly venue for him to come and play. Was that the part of it?
Yeah, I wanted to have a cool place, where he could work and I could hang out with all the cool people I'd met through him and have fun with the menu and all that. I had no picture of anything out into the distance. I really didn't know about songwriters at that time. I was just, having a cafe with a stage in it, just like the one you described.
And so when how far into the startup, if you will, how much into running that as a business did you start to evolve your thinking, or start to realize that there's something magical happening?
Well, So we opened in June of 1982, and we had every kind of music. I didn't know enough musicians to book music, so I had a friend who booked the music for me. And we did a little bit of everything. We had some jazz nights and some country nights, some Christian nights, some rock and roll and blues and everything else. And it was going along fine. People were coming in. But the one complaint I got the most is it's too loud in here. The music's just too loud. And in about July, it seemed like forever, but about 6 weeks in, the person who was booking it booked something called a writer's night. I didn't even know what it was.
So what is a writer's night?
It's just a time for songwriters to get up on stage, maybe one at a time, do 3 songs and get off. And that one, of course, Nashville's full of the best songwriters in the world. That particular songwriters night was a benefit for World Hunger Year, which was a thing that was happening then. And a couple of things came out of that. I went in that night and everybody was listening intently. There was no audience making noise. The music was wonderful. Everybody was leaning in. And of course, then the next morning I went and I checked the cash register to see how we'd done. And it was the most money we'd ever made. And I'm like, writer
Wow.
nights, let's do more of those. So I started focusing on that to a certain extent, but really didn't make that big leap to being a songwriter showcase for a couple more years. And one of the things that made that happen was Don Schlitz, and I will tell you all about him.
Okay. Well, please, I'm just thinking about your restaurant because I've been involved in startups and tech startups, and and as an investor, I look for teams that can pivot because usually when someone starts a company, they don't, you get the vibe that they're going to be successful. Well, you don't know why they're going to be successful, but you realize they have what it takes to find their direction, find their success. For example, with Google, it took 2 years for Google to figure out a business model, but it was obvious they were going to be successful. And so feels like to me like like you have the ingredients to be something special and serve, if you will, multiple audiences. Because it's one thing to make money, but it's also something to fuel your passion. And what I gathered is that you live your passion. That one of the things that you've been able to do ever since the Bluebird happened is been provide a platform for passion to flourish.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
And for that, I look to you as a true inspiration. That no matter what industry you're in, that if you stay true to who you are and allow yourself to guide you by your intuition and by your love for what it is you want to do, that magic will happen. And I was so taken by reading about how you made stuff happen because we don't always have to know what we're doing to do it. We just have to trust ourselves or allow ourselves to be present and then to let that flow just go forward. And whether you're writing a song or building a business, sometimes you know it's a great song because you just know it, and sometimes you're doing the right thing. But so how did Don affect your business, and how did he alter what you were doing, or he sort of help make it happen?
I want to sort of respond to what you said. I mean, I was really struggling at first. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to manage a bartender or a cook or anything. And somebody suggested that there's no shame in not knowing, that the only shame is not in not doing something about that. So I went over to the local community college and I started taking all of their evening small business classes, how to manage people, how to run a small business, advertising. But when I hit the marketing class, that really gave me a much bigger, 10,000 feet view, as they talk about. Think about what it is you're creating here and what you want to do. And when I figured out that my audience was not the people who come in the door and pay for a beer, that truly my audience was the songwriter who wants a place to play where he or she will be respected, where he or she will be heard, where somebody will really care about them. That made all the difference in the world. So I will say, so Don Schlitz had one hit. Of course, his hit was a gigantic hit. It was The Gambler. And he came down and he played a lot of nights when there would be 5 people in the room. His wife worked at a Japanese restaurant, a chop and throw the shrimp in the air kind of Japanese restaurant. And he'd come down and play, and he would play these marvelous songs, including The Gambler. And the staff from the Japanese restaurant and my staff would be sitting there, and that would be it. But as time went on, his audience grew. And because we were providing him with a little audience and that quiet space and the love, he wanted to do more. And so he started bringing in his friends to play. Well, his friends were a sister duet called the Sweethearts of the Rodeo, who got a record deal and were really our first claim to fame, that somebody played at the Bluebird and got a record deal. And then one of those sisters ended up being married to Vince Gill. And so that was a big deal. But the most significant thing Don did was he brought in his friends, other also successful songwriters, Tom Schuyler and Fred Knobloch and Paul Overstreet. And after they played on stage a few times, they came to me with this crazy idea of putting the chairs where the musicians play in the center of the room, let the audience sit around them like you were in somebody's living room, call it in the round and see what happens. And of course, what happened was it's the most fabulous way to connect an audience to the songwriters that there's ever been, and people love it.
And transformational too. And from a songwriter perspective, you give people the chance to feel like they're just in their own living room talking to each other, and everyone else around them gets the privilege of being in the conversation, at least listening to what's happening. And it's amazing. Dur- and so while this is going on, when did you realize how impactful you were starting to become for the music industry at large, besides running this wonderful venue that came out of your inspiration to have that place?
It was so organic. Like I said, the Sweethearts were one of the first acts to put us on the map, as was Kathy Mattea, who was just, a nobody out of West Virginia, who started playing the Bluebird and got a record deal. And then she liked playing there so much that when Good Morning America came to Nashville to do a show on an up and coming artist, they chose her, and she chose to do it at the Bluebird.
Oh,
So
wow.
that put us on the national map. I'm very good at keeping scrapbooks, and I have, the first time we were in the New York Times, which was the Sweethearts, and the first time we were in National Geographic, which was just crazy. That was just a feature of about Tennessee. And just over the years, it just grew and grew. And I will just say, if we're talking about me, I think my success was based on a couple of things. One of which was I was going to be ashamed and embarrassed if I failed. And so I was willing to do anything and work hard all the time. And I never said no to an opportunity. And so, I'm a big believer that the universe draws us where we're supposed to be. And I guided it. I suppose there were opportunities I did say no to, but as I had that chance to say, let's do more for the songwriters. Let's get the songwriters to play in Atlanta because somebody offered me a chance to do something down there. Let's get the songwriters to play at Disney World. Oh, somebody wants me to do a TV show. That'll be good for the songwriters. They will get to play. It has just, we ended up in Sundance, Utah, at Robert Redford's resort out there. And since I gave up the Bluebird 10 years ago, my friend Erica Willem Nichols, who runs it now, has done even more incredible things with it, including the TV show, the Nashville TV show.
And so, how did you feel about having the Bluebird as sort of a centerpiece, go-to place for the singer-songwriters of the TV show Nashville? As part of so much so that they actually created a replica set of the Bluebird. How did that make you feel?
I was absolutely delighted by that. There are things about that show itself that are kind of crazy making. If 10 of those characters would have gone to good therapists, they wouldn't have had to have 5 seasons of breakups and makeups and all that sort of thing. But the one thing they did is that anytime you were in the Bluebird part of the show, it was pure. It was about music, it was about heart, it was about people doing what they loved. And all the nonsense happened outside of the Bluebird, but you could feel like if there's going to be a Bluebird show, a Bluebird piece in that show, it was going to be a beautiful thing. And I like to think that's exactly true of the Real Bluebird. You can go in there, set your cares and worries aside, and just be thrilled with what you hear. And for years I would put together a show and I would worry about, is this going to be all right? Is it going to, did I pick the right people? Are people going to like it? And I realized that once those musicians, once those songwriters were in the chairs and in charge, I didn't have a thing to worry about. That was not my part of the game.
From the songwriter's perspective, how did you? But I mean, I'm sure because you to the extent you had veteran songwriters who knew what they were doing, that's one thing. But to the extent that you were the training ground, the breaking ground, the place where you gave people their very first break, how did you ever have to calm people down or relax them to say, hey, it's okay, just be who you are? Like, how did you get people to come forward who are very talented but also very shy or very scared?
The way we set it up is we provided a number of entry points. And the first entry point is an open mic show, and everybody who was going to be on that was going to be brand new and trying out. And the supportiveness, both from me and my staff, but from each other, it was, it was like a salon. It was just an opportunity to play. So I didn't have to calm people down because there was just such an atmosphere of support. Now, from that, and anybody can play the open mic. If you can get your name drawn out of the hat or get you signed in on time, you're playing. There's no skill set. There's nobody's grading you. But from that point forward, every time you play the Bluebird, it has to be based on merit. Now, you can play the open mic 100 times if you can get in. But after that, it's based on merit, and everything's done by audition, by listening. But wasn't always about me making the decision, but the merit was. Because if Don Schlitz called me up and he said, I've got a young friend I want to have play here, I trusted his judgment. If Ashley Cleveland or Pam Tillis said, I've got a group of women I want to play with, I would say, she's not going to bring in anybody lousy. She wants to have a good show. And boy, that expanded the breadth of the songwriters that I knew and who everybody else got to hear tremendously. We ended up on the famous end of the scale, having some of the biggest songwriters in the world drop by or come in because their friends said, it's a good place, you'll like it.
Wow. Is there anyone that's become a favorite of yours from a perspective of discovery after the Sweetheart, like after the first phase of writing of people who got discovered, being there and becoming, if you will, if you're in A&R, sounds like you have to hang out at the Bluebird at some point to listen to the up and coming songwriters, to find songs for the artists that you represent, or to find people who are talented. Do you have any favorite stories about people getting discovered organically through that process?
Well, this is cheating to jump right to Garth Brooks, but I will.
Okay.
So Garth Brooks was a nobody. I got a call from a woman I knew, and she said, I've discovered this young kid from Oklahoma. Can you put him on the audition this Sunday? Like, okay, Stephanie, I'd be happy to do that. He showed up late. It was unprepared.
Ooh.
But when he got up for that audition, he was undeniable. I know that the song was something about putting a woman on a pedestal, and I don't believe it's a song that ever got recorded. But his charisma, his voice, his whole manner was such that I was like, okay, this guy, we'll pass him on the audition. I didn't give him a 5 out of 5. I gave him a 4 plus 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 plus. Okay.
Did you give anyone a 5?
Never gave anybody a 5.
Just
Never.
checking.
I don't think that's perfection, right? Or nobody can accomplish that. Although I think in many ways Garth has accomplished perfection, but maybe not by that point. And so then he came back to play the writer's night. And that night, what I remember is it was the first time that I ever saw anybody get a standing ovation in the middle of a song.
Wow.
I
Real
mean,
wow.
verse, chorus, people are standing up shouting, and he's still singing, which was incredible. And then he played some more. He played some open mics, but he couldn't get arrested in Nashville as far as professionally, and so he did get a manager. He had another guy named Bob Doyle who also heard it, and a woman named Pam who also heard it. And they got him a chance to play on a showcase, an opportunity where the music industry has invited people to come to hear a bunch of good people, and maybe 6 or 7 people get to showcase. And Garth got up and played, and the guy from Capitol Records, who had already turned him down, who had already said, nah, doesn't have it. I mean, basically said, I made a mistake, come here right now. We need to sign a deal with you. So that's part of the process. And in that case, in Garth's case, I think it probably didn't take 6 months. But I've seen people go, I mean, I've had people work for me as dishwashers and waitresses who have gone on to be hit songwriters. A girl named Liz Hengber and a man named Mark Irwin. Big successes, good money in the music business now that, they were not writing half decent songs when they first came in, but they had the energy, the stick to itiveness that you need to have.
And historically, have you brought in singer songwriters from outside of Nashville too? So I was reading on the website, if you wanted someone to perform, I see how you there the culture. It appears you support very heavily the local community a lot, but you also have opportunities, I guess, for people on national tours to come in and to be seen or to be heard, depending upon when you're open and like the talent that was there. I mean, it seemed like a complicated way to get heard, but because your stage is very sacred, and I'm just curious. It's just a. I won't ask you how proud you are of it because you're very modest, but at the same time very magical. And so I'm just curious, how did you find a balance between being a place for people to get to be discovered and also play homage to some of the national touring acts coming through Nashville who want to be seen and be heard, or at least come to the Bluebird?
Well, we're open 7 nights a week and we do 2 shows a night. And I always just made it the practice that the early show, the one that starts at 6 and runs until 8, that's for your up and coming songwriters. That's sacrosanct. And then the second show, the one that starts at 9 o'clock, would be the ones to celebrate the successful songwriters. So whether that was Bob DiPiero and Gary Burr coming in with their friends to play a show, or if I got a call from an agent or a friend who said, for example, Graham Gouldman from London, who wrote Bus Stop, huge hit for the Hollies, wants to play the Bluebird, I'd say, yeah, I'd like to do that. So over the years, we booked a lot of different people from all over the country and the world. And I think the one rule is they need to be performing songs that they write. That creative moment between, having the experience, my girl left me, the dog peed in the house, whatever it is, and turning that into a song and then expressing it in your own words is the magic for me. Nothing wrong with the artists who sing somebody else's words. They often do a beautiful job, but the magic of the Bluebird is really about the learning about the creativity as you get to see the end result. And let me just say, we've had lousy people on stage. I mean, we've had people we haven't booked again. So, but
And
that's
look,
part of the deal.
no, but it's part of the process too, right? Because by being a place and being a platform, you're open to allowing people to be discovered, but also find their voice, to also be the place where they learn to their craft, and that's also a beautiful thing. And so, have you ever taken advantage of your own platform and performed at the Bluebird yourself to friends?
Absolutely not. I am.
Oh,
I am. Well,
never, like never.
So here's what's happened. I am not a singer. I love to sing, but I wouldn't sing in front
I
of.
heard you were a singer. I heard
I'll
you.
tell you the story. So used to be that once a year I would put on a Christmas sing along just so I could sing with other people and get to sing Jingle Bells or whatever with that. But that's the only time I would ever sing. And there'd be enough other people there singing, nobody would hear me. Well, when COVID started, somebody in Nashville got this idea that, in New York, they were banging pots and pans for first responders. In Italy, they were hanging out their windows, waving. And her idea was that we should sing in Nashville. And she called it Music City Sings at 6. And she said, go out at 6 o'clock and sing a song for your neighbors. And I loved that idea. And I liked the idea that somebody who doesn't sing should be willing to go do it so that everybody would feel like it was okay to do it. So I went out the first night, which was March 27th, and I sang If I Had a Hammer. And a neighbor, an old friend of mine was on the street. I got her to sing with me. I posted it on Facebook, and I got 40 people commented, oh my God, this cheered me up so much. Thank you so much. Please do it again. Day two, I do it again. And I kept going. Well, at some point, the woman who was in charge stopped assigning the songs. So I started choosing my own songs. And then at some point, I think it was for Cinderella, I'm not positive, but I decided to wear a costume.
Ha.
And so I put on an apron and I smudged ashes on my cheek and I held a broom and I sang in my own little corner in my own little chair. And the world went wild. Suddenly I had 100 followers. And I have sung every single night since March 27th, sometimes something little, sometimes flashy in an evening gown. I mean, the whole works. And it has been the most amazing experience because people have come over to my house to sing with me, including some nice, acts that do well on the road, Amy Speece and Kim Ritchie and Mary Gaucher. Uh, I sang with some friends. We sang Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and Brenda Lee's daughter saw it and decided that we should come over to Brenda Lee's house for her birthday and sing it for her. So I got to sing for Brenda Lee. Then we have an annual Christmas show at the Bluebird, and the guy who runs that decided he wanted me to sing with him
Ha.
on that show. So I have sung with a band. I have sung with big artists. I have sung tributes to people who have passed away in Nashville. I have sung for Brenda Lee. It's been like, how did this happen? And the main thing I've done is at least by 5 o'clock every afternoon, I put on decent clothes and brush my hair and a little bit of makeup because, as you know, COVID is so easy to get sloppy. And now I have this relationship with the people who watch, and people talk to me about it all the time. I'm not, I'm a better singer than I was when I started, but I'm never going to be, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be a good singer, but I love it so much. And tonight I have a Dorothy costume so I can dress up like Judy Garland in Wizard of Oz and sing the Merry Old Land of Oz.
Wow. Wow.
That. So that's what singing has brought to me.
Amazing. Wow. I thank you for doing that and sharing your magic. And
Oh, just if
really,
anybody wants to watch, and you should go back 2 days to see me and a friend doing Sonny and Cher
oh
in
wow.
costume. I'm on Facebook, Amy Kurland. Just friend me, and you may watch.
I will do that myself, and I will invite you think about it. I'd love to have you as a guest to come here. You could do a song, you could do a complete set, whatever you'd like.
I would
Because
not do a complete set ever. One song is
one song, all right, we'll invite you for one song. But I want to thank you for being a woman of passion, someone who literally has changed the music industry, and I just really, for on behalf of everyone who's here, and I just really I thank you so much for being who you are and for not being afraid and for letting what happened be and just being you. I thank you for your contributions. You're a magical soul, and I thank you for it. And it's an honor to meet you and to speak with you today.
Thank you, Jeff. It's been a pleasure to get to talk to you. This has been wonderful.
Well, thank you. This is Amy Kurland, the founder of the Bluebird. Please check her out on Facebook. Check out her daily shows, and please watch the documentary Bluebird. And if you're in the mood to do some binge watching, go on Hulu and find the show Nashville, and you'll find the Bluebird in many of those scenes. And oh wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much. Whew. All right, we're gonna go from Nashville. We're gonna head up to Toronto and check in with my friend Peter Katz. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. That was so wonderful to hear those stories from the Bluebird, and I've many good friends in Nashville working there as songwriters and artists. So yeah, just beautiful. I was about to go there pre-COVID, and anyways, we don't need to talk about that.
So for people who don't know who you are, could you just share a teeny bit of background, please, and who some of your influences are, Peter?
Yeah, so I've been a touring singer-songwriter for 15 plus years. I just put out my 7th album, I think. So for most of my adult life, I was doing 150, 200 shows a year around Canada, around Europe. In fact, my good friend Manon is on the call here. She's from the Netherlands. So I think she was at one of my first shows in the Netherlands about 10 years ago. She was one of the only people at that particular show, but things improved since then. I love music so much. I love writing it and playing it. And, it's how you came into my life, Jeff and Lauren. And it's kind of been my key to like amazing relationships and just kind of amazing life experiences. So it's, I just always love an opportunity to play.
Well, thank you for saying yes. Thank you for being part of today's show. And Peter, the stage is yours. And I'm so grateful to have you as a guest.
Thanks so much. Well, I thought I'd open with the first song from that new record I mentioned. And this is a song about, what we learn about ourselves when we go through our hardest moments. So this is called Paper Thin. I can barely even talk about it now, but I don't know any other way out. I have pushed myself so hard for all these years. Still it's not clear what for, and all the roads I drive no longer lead me home. I could fill an ocean with all that I don't know, and I was safer in the insides of those walls. But that's not all there is. I know everything falls apart. Just wasn't ready for life to hit that hard, and like the narrow space between the start and the end, or the mirror that is now and then, or the insides that are showing through my skin. The paper thin. All right, this is the important part right here. And when your biggest fear, it ends up coming true. That's when you find out what you have inside of you. And I am braver than I ever could have known. These days have shown that to me. I know everything that falls apart. Just wasn't ready for life to hit that hard and like the narrow space between the start and the end, or the mirror that is now and then, or the insides that are showing through my skin. The paper thin, I feel my eyes adjusting to the dark, and I can see the light of far-off stars. If I let myself get far enough away from the city of our lives, and like the whole night, never really have. I'm getting older. It's not all in my hands, but I will not be afraid of the insides that are showing through my skin. I'm paper thin, I'm paper thin now, I'm paper thin now, I'm paper thin.
Oh wow, that was great. We have to figure out a way so you can hear the applause rather than just see it. But wow,
Well, I got the visual right over here, so that's beautiful.
Awesome.
Thanks so much. You know, as an artist, when you're used to playing like, 150, 200 shows a year, you kind of miss just people clapping for you. So
Yeah.
I've gotten used to the thanks, Amanda. I have haircut envy right now. Amanda's getting a haircut. That's amazing. Yeah. My hair is just growing and growing and growing, and all the haircut places, the barbershops here in Toronto are closed. So just keep patting it down. I thought I'd do a song that I actually haven't played in a little bit, but I was kind of inspired by Amy. Like when you get your shot, and someone's like, okay, play me a song, and it's like an important person, and I've kind of used that. I've used that visual in my mind all the time with my songs. Is like if my hero were to ask me, okay, Peter, play me one song, like what song would I play? And so every song I write, I want to be able to pick that song, and so that's kind of the bar. But if I did have to pick one song, it would be this song, and this is one of the quickest songs that I ever wrote in my life, and it just kind of came because it needed to. This is also from the new record, and this is called Book of Truths. I've been staying up all night, I've been pacing through the halls, I've been running every hill that I can find. I've been looking for the reason that you seem to be believing that the love that we've been living was a lie. And I hear you when you say you're so confused. Would it help for you to read from my book of truths? It says I love you, I love you, and I know what that means. It means my life without you is no life. We were traveling together, yeah, we ended up apart. I was looking at the signs and you the road, so I went where they were saying. Didn't see your heart was trailing,
Didn't feel you falling further as we drove. And I'm sorry that it left you so confused. Wish there was comfort for you here in my book of truths. Like I love you, I love you, and I know what that means. It means my life without you is no life to me. And won't you tell me all the changes I can make? Tell me if you need a moment, I will wait. And if you teach me, I will learn it. Give me something I can work with, and I'll work without a moment of delay. 'Cause for me, when I think of you, I'm not confused. Right in bold on the cover page of my book of truths, it says I love you, I love you, and I know what that means. It means my life without you is no life to me. And do you love me? Do you love me? Can I ask you for real? When you think of a life without me, how does that make you feel? And if you don't know, then I don't know where we both go from here. But if you're asking what my truth is, then my answer is clear.
Wow. Beautiful words. Absolutely beautiful
you.
words.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to change up the pace after that one. And this is another song from the new record. I haven't had a chance to tour the new record yet because of the world.
You are getting sort of a global tour here, though. Guys, if you could
It's true.
be watching, just drop in your location from around where you are in the world so Peter could see where you're from. So, Peter, you'll see you being heard, I think, literally across like 8 time zones right now.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, this is a song from the new record. And the actual album version is kind of like a synth pop version, but this is the kind of more stripped down acoustic version of it. It's called KMOTM, which you'll figure out as soon as I start singing the chorus. Here we go. This is one of the first times that I get to play this over the internet. Get back. Whoops, there we go. Get back. Don't offer me some words you know. Go digging down inside your catacombs. You feel that? That's the way I wanna go. Wanna feel you when you're high and when you're low. Be as hard as you can be. Get so dark that you can't see. I can take it. Let me take it. Be as hard as you can be. Get so raw you don't believe that you ever did this. But I'll be a witness. Lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth, stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down, and kiss me on the mouth. Lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth, stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down, and kiss me on the mouth,
kiss me on the mouth, and turn up so loud beyond the world you know. Let it wash you over deep into your bones, and give up on everything that's holding you. Burn it in the sin and I'll do it too. Be as hard as you can be, get so dark that you can't see. I can take care, let me take care. Lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth, stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down. Kiss me on the mouth, lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth, stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down. Kiss me on the mouth, kiss me on the mouth. Oh. Stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down. Kiss me on the mouth, lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth. Stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down. And kiss me on the mouth, lay in my bed, kiss me on the mouth. Stuck in my head, kick me out, hold me down. And kiss me on the mouth, me on the mouth.
Yeah. Giving on up. Wow.
Thanks so much, everybody.
You're getting a lot of love here, Peter.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I set up my piano camera, so I'm gonna just do something on the piano here, and I'm gonna move all of you so I can see you. Put you over there. Perfect. And then here we have piano cam. Unfortunately, there's a big window behind me and my piano.
Peter Katz is the master of live performances in Zoom, by the way. He is the Zoom master.
Zoom master. I love that title. You gave me that title. Well, when the pandemic first hit, I was like, I got to figure this out fast. So this is another song from the new record, and this is a song. Sometimes you're writing a song and you don't really know what you're writing. I always just trust that it'll reveal itself. I try to turn my brain off and just follow the flow, and so when I was writing the song, I wrote the line, "I will never leave you, lonely in the night," and I was like, okay, I guess I'm writing a song, a love song or something. All right, let's just keep writing these lyrics, and I just kept writing, and eventually this song kind of like circled around on itself, and I realized that it was actually a love song to myself. And that it's the kind of classic thing that we have no love to give unless we give that love to ourselves first. So there's this idea that I have for eventually when we get to play this song live, that there's this like ooh part or oh part, and that everybody in the audience would be singing along, and they would all be like singing it for themselves. I just love that idea visually in my mind. So obviously with Zoom sing-alongs don't work that well, but when I do that O part later on in the song, if you want to sing along in your own heart or out loud to yourself and just give yourself a little love in that moment, then that'd be really nice to think of us all doing that. So this is called I Will Never Leave You.
I will never leave you, lonely in the night. I will never leave you, lonely in the night. I've been tossed down in the water like a bottle cast away. Nobody calling for me, nobody coming my way. I've been out in the modern world, seen the scars and the boys and the girls that I talk to. You're beautiful, you're beautiful. I was younger once, thought I would still have a chance to do it all again, but I guess that it's not meant to be. So I'm owning this man for the first time in my life. Put my shoulders back, hold my head up and walk towards the light. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you lonely in the night. Get up off my phone, spend some time alone, really get to know what it feels like to be on my own 2 feet. Be thankful for the lights on in my life. Count them day and night, 1, 2, 3. Day and night, 1, 2, 3. Thought it was a game that I could win. Thought I was doing myself a favor with all this trying and trying and trying. Well, they were lying when they taught me that in school. When the truth is, you surrender to it all, let the river carry you. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you. And I took this life right open, took it all torn apart. To give myself credit, I got a real beating heart. To look deep in this chest, see I'm just like the rest. I'm alive in the wonder and I'm trying my best. So I sing this one for me, so I remember to see that the only love I need is the one I hold from my head to my feet. I've got nothing to give if I'm abandoning me. I've got nothing to give if I'm abandoning me. So I sing, I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you lonely in the night. I will never leave you. All right, this is your part. It goes like this. Oh, 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 oh. That's it. That going. Oh, 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 oh. I got nothing to give if I'm abandoning me now. I got nothing to give unless I sing one for me now. I got nothing to give if I'm abandoning me now. I will never leave lonely in the night.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful.
Thanks, everybody. I could feel you. I could feel your energy singing along at home. I think I got time for one more. Is that correct there, Jeff?
One more, yes.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm gonna do this song. This is I'll throw in one oldie. I have a record. My last record is called "We Are the Reckoning," and people often ask me like, "What does that mean? We are the reckoning?" And again, it's one of those lines that I just wrote, and then you kind of figure out afterwards. But I realize that it's like a little call to arms, so to speak, to the eternal optimist. Those of us that kind of refuse to, no matter how dark it gets, we always choose to walk towards the light. And people like Jeff and Lauren, and I'm sure many of you on this call. So this is my little anthem for all of us optimists out there to keep finding our way. And again, there's a little sing-along part. The words are, "We will make it." So I love the thought of all of you singing that at home. So here we go. This is "We Are the Reckoning." I'm sending this out to Manon all the way in the Netherlands.
are the meant to be, the sum of all that we've tried, a tattered history, but one with nothing to hide, and our reality stubbornly will not be denied. We are the enemies of the empty passing of time and all the energy that stays locked up inside. We are the reckoning, reminding what it means to be alive. Tell me what you seek out. We'll fumble in the dark and find it, and clumsily now we'll get to where we get, and through our broken steps we'll make it. We are the broken ones. We take the stones that they throw and build a monument, so everybody will know we cannot be undone. We will become the lights along the road. Tell me what you seek out. We'll fumble in the dark and find it, and clumsily now we'll get to where we get, and through our broken steps we'll make it. We will make it. We are the reckoning, reminding what it means to be alive. We will make it. We are the meant to be, the sum of all that we have ever tried. We will make it. We are the reckoning, reminding what it means to be alive. Tell me what you seek out. We'll fumble in the dark and find it, and clumsily now we'll get to where we get, and through our broken steps we'll make it. We will 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 make it.
Oh wow, Peter Katz, amazing! Wow, you got a lot of love in the chat, Peter. People love your sound. People want to have your sound. People want to learn how you made that sound. And they love your words.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here. And I just, huge thanks to Jeff and Lauren, and for, just always pulling community together. And I have another event that I have to be at virtually at 3:30, so I'll only be able to stick around for a little bit afterwards. But I just wanted to say big love to all of you, and thank you so much for the virtual stage. I really appreciate it.
I'm grateful to know you, and oh my God, thank you for sharing your love and your presence and your words and your energy with us. It is wonderful to have you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, well, that's Peter in Toronto. Now we're gonna head over to Izzo, who is in Dublin and on lockdown, I suppose. How good evening to you? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm well. For people who don't know you, could you share a little bit about your influences and a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah. So my name's Izzo and I'm 21. I'm from Dublin. I've been busking in Dublin for just over a year now, more or less. Obviously with a lot of gaps in between with COVID restrictions and everything, so we're not allowed busk at the moment. But yeah, I'm very influenced by like Ed Sheeran, a lot of acoustic music, but mainly pop. I love Beyonce as well. Loads of just mainly all the mainstream artists are my favorite. Like I'm very basic with the charts. I love pop and everything. So yeah, I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan. I'm like very hardcore Ed Sheeran fan. Queued up overnight for tickets, done everything. So yeah, I think that's reflected a little bit in some of the songs that I used to write when I was a bit younger. But now we're kind of going a bit more pop, mainstream pop. But yeah,
So, what are you going to be sharing tonight?
Today I'm actually mostly playing my own songs. I did a gig the other day. It was my first time playing on a proper stage, except it was live streamed, which was very strange. But yeah, mainly
Yay.
original songs that I've been writing recently, obviously with lockdown, getting a lot of time to write, getting a bit bored of it almost. But yeah, so today mainly original songs.
Well, look forward to having you as a guest. Thank you for being here, and Izzo, the
Thank you.
stage is yours.
So this is actually my first cover. It's called Heather by Conan Gray, and after that will mostly be originals. I still remember the 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you. Only if you knew how much I liked you. But I watch your eyes as she walks by, white as cypher sore eyes, whiter than a blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave for your sweater. It's just polyester, but you liked it better. I wish I were Heather. Watch as she stands with you holding her head. Put your arms round the shoulder. Now I'm getting colder, but how could I hate her? She's such an angel, but then again I kinda wish she were dead as she walks by. White as cypher sore eyes, brighter than a blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I died. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave for your sweater. It's just polyester, but you liked it better. I wish I were Heather. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave for your sweater. It's just polyester, but you liked it better. I wish I were Heather.
Yay, give it up to Izzo. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, that's Heather. I learned that the other week. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out as well, which I've been uploading a good bit lately since I've had extra time. So yeah, it's up on my channel. Next, I'm going to do a song that I wrote a while ago. It's called Games. I've sung it on here before, but yeah, this is kind of my first song that I wrote that I really liked. Usually, I tend to write things that I very much don't like, but this is the first song that I wrote, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get this one recorded probably. So this is called Games. You only call me after a drink. You don't even give yourself a second to think. You don't reply for 5 hours. I'm sick and tired of all your power. You expect so much from me, but would you do the same things I see? Games I don't wanna play. Games I don't wanna play, wanna play all these games. I don't wanna play all these games. They tear apart my brain. Oh, 15 hours go by and there is no sign. Maybe he's gone back to his old life. I feel paralyzed. I can't take it anymore. I think it's time to walk out the door. Am I too far short? I just need another world. Games I don't wanna play. Games I don't wanna play, wanna play all these games. I don't wanna play all these games. They tear apart my brain. Oh, stop with these games. Hey, hey. If you want me, babe, then stop with these games. If you want me, babe, then stop with these games. They tear apart my brain. Oh, so stop with these games.
Games.
That was Games.
beautiful. Yay.
Thank
Wow.
you. I like that song, I must say. It's one of the few that I do like.
I'm
that I
glad
really-
you liked the song that you wrote. You know, it's
It's really important.
yes.
Yeah, when I first wrote that, I actually genuinely could not sing it at all. Like in the voice memo that I recorded, my voice cracks completely. And it's one of the funniest things ever. Like I hope maybe one day if like something happened with it, I'd love to show that bit because it's so embarrassing, but it's funny. But yeah, next I'm going to play a song that I wrote recently. It is called This Town. And it's really just about kind of getting out of Dublin anytime soon, which probably won't happen. But yeah, it's kind of just outgrowing the town that I've lived in, obviously, which is quite small. And it's your typical Irish, like everyone knows everyone town. And yeah, I'm excited to travel and stuff like that. So this is called This Town. It's also on my YouTube as well if you want to check it out. I'm so sick of staring at these four walls. I'm throwing away my 20s and my fun. What can I do to get through this now? Help me out of this town. It only lets me down. lives and never about their own lives. They try to find love through other guys, not knowing they hold their own prize. Help me out, out of this town, town, town. It only lets me down, down, down. Help me out, of this town. 21 years too long now. I need a new life. Can you help me out? Will you help me out now? Out this town. I need a new life. Ooh, now.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Thank you. So yeah, that was called This Town. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm very excited to go on holidays or just anywhere outside
Anywhere
of
but where
Ireland.
you are. But hey, it's it will happen.
It's been a year since I've been on a flight, and that feels really strange. But
You
anyways.
telling me I spent 24 years not spending more than 16 to 18 days in any one location. So and now it's been 300 plus days. Plus, somehow in the last week, Laura, myself, and my mom got diagnosed with COVID. So we're kind of like in a different world, and
Yeah.
from isolation to get it is just nuts. So
It's so hard. No, 100%. I can't complain. Definitely not. I can't complain. Some people
hey,
have
but
it
your
very
music,
hard.
hey, look, you have extra time and you're writing, so it's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. You have to just use the time, really, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And the next song I'm going to do is another cover. It's called All I Want by Codeline. I love the song. It's very typical busking song in Dublin. Most people actually don't really play it anymore because we've all played it so much. But yeah, it's very nice. I love the song. It's one of my favorites. All I want is nothing more than to hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I would die a happy girl, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbyes, I died a little bit inside. I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side. But if you loved me, then why'd you leave me? Oh, take my body, take my body. All I want is, all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you. Oh, oh, oh. Like you. Oh, oh, oh. Like
brought out the best of me, a part of me I've never seen. It took my soul and wiped it clean. Our love was made for movie screens. But if you love me, then why'd you leave me? Take my body, oh take my body. All I want is, all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you. Oh, oh, oh. Like you. Oh, oh, oh. Like you. Oh, oh, oh. Like you. Oh, 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 oh. But if you loved me, then why'd you leave me? Oh, take my body, oh, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you. Oh, 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 oh.
That was beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
So
So yeah, that is All I Want by Kurland. I love Kurland. I've seen them a few times live. They're amazing. Next, I'm going to do another original song. Let's see. I wrote this recently, and it's very much I was really trying to be as positive as I can about COVID and lockdown and everything, because I was sick of writing really sad, depressing songs about it, complaining. So yeah, I came up with this one, and I quite like it. I think I'm going to get it produced. I'm currently getting my first single finished at the moment. It's almost done.
yay.
And then I'm kind of just going to try get as much music out as possible this year, really. So I think this will be second on the list, but yeah. So yeah, it's called Only Up. I can't get out of my bed. I'm so stuck in my head, and I've lost so many friends. My motivation, it doesn't exist. But it's only up from here, and it's only up, my dear. Get all of those fears, wipe away our tears, 'cause it's only up from here. Keep your head up, dear. Now things are picking up, the days are getting warm. I can see those I love. Ooh, I can travel
up from here. Keep your head up, dear. Keep your head up, dear. It's only up, it's only up, it's only up. And it's only up, it's only up from here. And it's only up, my dear. Kill all of those fears. Wipe away your tears. 'Cause it's only up from here. Keep your head up, dear.
Wow. You know,
Thank you.
lockdown may have its maybe lockdown may not be fun, but it certainly has been a source of inspiration for new music. And
100%. Yeah. And
thank you
like,
for writing that. That was beautiful.
thank you. It's very, I'm struggling to sing it definitely, but I'll get there at some point.
You know, it's that
and yeah, but
creativity. It's like, you know, you never know what's going to inspire you to be in flow, to just capture those moments. But some of the stuff is very precious.
100%. Yeah. It's hard to write almost at the moment in a way because there's not much like going on in my personal life, obviously, because of COVID. So it's a bit weird. Like we've so much time, but there isn't much inspiration really. Obviously, you kind of just have to look at the whole world. You can take a lot of inspiration from that, but it's obviously quite negative overall.
Hey,
So
you're
I
a
don't know.
really good storyteller, and you're getting better in your craft. It's
Thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, this is. I'm gonna play my next single. Oops, I'm gonna play my next single. Um, and yeah, it's called Daytime Love. I wrote it as well only a couple of weeks ago. I had like these 2 or 3 days where I just wrote like 10 songs. And I before that I didn't write for like 2 weeks straight. And then I just had these 2 days of I don't even know what happened to me. I don't know what I ate those days, but just wrote some songs that I quite liked. So yeah, this is called Daytime Love. Once again, someone wants half of me. I give in, thinking that's all I can be. Keep giving out all of my love for free. Provided him with a form of therapy. I keep falling for people that leave me aside, ones that are me crying through the night while I drive. When will I find one who's really my type, who won't leave me hanging like that guy? I'll wait my time, 'cause I want a daytime kind of love. I am down, do you want it in the nighttime for fun? I want a daytime kind of love. Whoa, I am down, do you want it in the nighttime for fun? For fun. I am down, do you want it in the nighttime? So now when you call me up at 5:30, I'll decline and I'll say my goodbyes. And I will think of you for the rest of the night. But after that you'll be gone from my mind. 'Cause I want a daytime kind of love. I am down, do you want it in the nighttime for fun? I want a daytime kind of love. Whoa, I am down, do you want it in the nighttime? I am done, I am more than what you could afford. I am enough, I'm worth more. I want a daytime kind of love, love. I am down, do you want it in the nighttime?
I wanna date out of love. Whoa, I can tell me you want it in the nighttime for fun, for fun, for fun, for fun. I am done.
Wow, that was
Thank
absolutely
you.
beautiful. Give it on up to Izzo. Wow.
Thank you. Yes, that was my last song, I think, wasn't it?
Think
Yeah.
so. Probably. I mean, I could listen. The fun part is we'll be hosting a concert for you later this month, and I could listen to you for hours. I love your original music. I love the way you interpret the music that you were passionate about, and you're a beautiful songwriter.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And in the chat, when you have a chance, we somehow have your YouTube channel wrong. So if you could correct it when you can, that'd
Yep.
be appreciated.
Yeah, of course, I'll
Please
send it
be
in.
generous to all our artists. Please remember to tip and to tip often. Please, people are here sharing their hearts, sharing their words with you, and please give it up to Izzo. It's really an honor to have you, and very grateful to have you to be a
Thank
guest
you so
today.
much for watching. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Izzo. That was absolutely terrific. I'm going to head over to actually staying in Ireland, I should say, going to 3 of 10 brothers, the Duffys, catching up, and I give a shout out to Nathan Mack, who's here, and a few others. I see ya. And it's so nice to see the returning artists. And I've been watching Rocky. I see Rocky the whole time here. I'm just waving to Rocky Michaels, and so nice to see all of you. And Allie's here, so I appreciate the support and the cross support from everybody. So the brothers Duffy, how are you?
Fantastic.
Doing well, yeah. Thanks
Very
a lot.
good.
So all right, so tonight we have Aiden, we have Ben, we have the very famous and secretive Tom. Tom's hanging out in the middle over there.
Yeah, that's me.
So you guys have 10 siblings between all of you. Wow. Do all of you perform, or just some of you perform?
Most of us can perform some kind of music. Some of the siblings are a little bit shy about it, but I'll tell you now, they are all well able to do at least sing a song, you know.
And your parents too? Do they also sing?
Yeah, they can sing. Our mum plays the piano and the harp a little as well, and they're both accomplished singers. Yeah.
And our dad has a beautiful voice, although we didn't hear him singing in a session until only a few years ago, and he's 81 this year. So,
Wow.
but we finally got him singing though. But
Well, good for you all, and I'm very happy that you've recovered from COVID. So
Thanks.
and how's your hand? Did your hand recover also?
Would you believe it? It's actually still pretty sore, but I'm managing to play through the pain. So that's the main thing. It's not that bad. It's just the odd time you just slide up the neck of the guitar and it's like, ooh, that was a little bit. But you know, some of that is also just I haven't actually played that much guitar, so my fingers are a bit tender. You know.
I hear you. And by the way, I should mention that Izzo, yourselves, and Emily are what we call Jeff's Place Rising Stars 2021, and I'm enamored by your sound, by your songwriting, and by the sound that you guys just create. For those who are not familiar with some of your work, could you share some of your influences?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, one of the biggest influences, I guess, on me definitely is Led Zeppelin, but doesn't come across that much in my songwriting, but they are definitely my favorite band ever. And then I don't know, lots of folk, you know, Bob Dylan and Chris Christopherson, and yeah, I mean, lots of Irish artists as well, you know, people like
Luke Kelly, the Dubliners,
yeah, Christy Moore and Paul Brady, and
yeah, I'd listen to a lot of blues and soul. I really like the kind of classic Motown and Stax soul music, like Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett and those kind of singers, and also like older blues stuff like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, and I love all that older.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what are you guys going to be sharing tonight?
Well, we'll be starting actually with a blues song, slightly more modern one from Taj Mahal, and then we'll be doing some of mine and Tom's originals, and one or two other covers as well. So
quite a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Well, the stage is yours. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Lauren
guys.
and Harry as well. And without further ado, we're just going to get to it. Really enjoyed the first two acts there as well. Excellent stuff. Izzo, I can't wait to see you on the streets of Dublin again one of these days now. Well, actually, I say again for the first time. Shall we?
You tuned it. Just a quick check there. No, I just been play a chord.
Yeah. That'll do, yeah.
Sweeter than a honeybee, yeah, baby been sweet on me. Sweeter than a honeybee, yeah, my queen bee. Oh, she loved me to my soul. Oh, she rocked me to my soul. Oh, she loved me to my soul. Oh, she rocked me to my soul. She's a starlet, she can shake it some, yeah. Watching I look at her run. Strutting and shake it some, dancing, having fun. Oh, rock me to my soul. Oh, she love me to my soul. Oh, she love me to my soul. Oh, she rock me to my soul, yeah. Oh, honey in my honey pot. Oh, and the pot is hot. Honey in my honey pot. Oh, and the pot is what you got from loving too much of me. Love me to my soul. Oh, love me to my soul. Oh, love me to my soul. Oh, she love me to my soul, yeah. Sweet song, sweet song. Oh, baby, won't you see by me? Yeah, won't free me of this misery. Sugar, won't you see by me? I know you'll agree, agree. Love me to my soul. Oh, she rock me to my soul. Oh, love me to my soul. Oh, she rock me to my soul, yeah. Sweet soul, that queen bee. Oh. Oh, sweeter than a honeybee. My baby been sweet on me. Sweeter than a honeybee, yeah. My queen bee, 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 yeah. She love me to my soul. Whoa, she love me to my soul, yeah. Love me to my soul. Oh, she love me to my soul. These songs were made for lovers. Lovers and 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 lovers. My soul, my soul. Queen bee, queen bee, yeah, yes, queen bee.
Yeah, giving it up to Duffy Brothers. Wow, the brothers Duffy. Wow,
Thank you, guys.
it's terrific.
One of my favorite things about the song is that it's a blues song, but it's actually quite a happy song.
I look, I believe that passion brings happiness, helps to heal, right? Music
Yeah,
heals.
for sure. Yeah. I think that album was on an album that Taj Mahal did called Senior Blues, and I think a lot of the influence of it was Malian music. He did a journey to Africa, to Northern Africa, and learned a lot about the scales and stuff. It's a great album. Do you mind if I take that one?
Oh,
you take
sorry,
that
yeah.
one, and then we do.
Rain
is
and
it-
Night, is it?
Right, George. Oh. This next one is also a blues song. Oh, that's for you.
Yeah, sorry, just a little bit cramped for space.
Yeah, sorry. I decided I wanted to. We had a problem last time. Maybe you remember where the internet cut out.
I
So I
remember.
wanted to mitigate that problem.
Maybe you forgot about it.
Yeah. I wanted to mitigate that problem by just making sure that didn't happen again. So I
So
just
we're right next to the router here.
yeah,
but
we're
a bit
plugged
crammed
into the
in.
router, but that just means we're in the corner of the living room and behind the dinner table. So it's
There's not much space.
yeah. But look,
Oh,
we
good.
played
Well,
in smaller
you guys
venues,
are
yeah.
sounding great.
Thank
The
you.
sound is terrific.
Thanks so much.
That's so this next one is a Tony Joe White song called Rainy Night in Georgia. You might know the Brooke Benton or Ray Charles versions of it either. And then we'll be moving on to some original material after that. No problem.
Need more space?
Yeah, maybe possible.
Yeah.
It's a bit,
Yes, sir?
Hovering by my suitcase, try to find a warm place to spend the night. Heavy rains are falling, I can hear your voice calling, everything's all right. But it's a rainy night in Georgia. Such a rainy night in Georgia. Whoa, whoa. Feels like it's raining all over the world. Feels like it's raining all over the world. Neon signs are flashing, taxi cabs and buses passing through the night. The distant moaning of a train seems to play a sad refrain into the night. But it's a rainy night in Georgia. Ooh, baby, it's such a rainy night here in Georgia. Oh, feels like it's raining all over the world. Yes, indeed, you know it. Feels like it's raining all over the world. How many times I wondered, but still, you know, it always comes out the same, yeah. No matter just what you do or how you think of it, it's just life. We all got to play the game. So I'll find me a place in the boxcar, and I pick up my guitar just to pass some time. Late at night when it's hard to rest, I hold your picture to my breast and I feel fine. Oh, but it's a rainy night in Georgia. Oh, baby, it's a rainy night here in Georgia. Oh, and it feels like it's raining all over the world. Yes, you know, I said, it feels like it's raining all over the world. Have you ever felt lonely, people? You know it's raining all over this man's world. Talking about a raining, 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 raining all over the world. You know it's raining all over the world. But it's a rainy night in Georgia. Ooh, it's such a rainy night here in Georgia. Oh,
Feels like it's raining all over the world.
Wow. Wow. Amazing, guys. You sound terrific. Give it on up. My goodness. Wow.
Thank you, guys.
That was
so much.
great. Wow.
I think I'm going to switch over to myself to percussion now. Yeah. Sorry.
There's always too many guitars at the session.
All of our, all of our pent-up anger gets released when we accidentally hit each other in the face with guitars.
You guys have sounded good tonight.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I put on No One's Man in Town. Sure. I mean, you could do all. Yeah.
The next song is an original song that Ben and I wrote together a very long time ago. I think it must have been
11 years ago.
Yeah, 11 years ago. Well, it's a long time for us because, we're relatively young. So, but it's I think it's probably the first song that we kind of wrote together, and we were happy enough with it to perform it. We actually haven't really played it very much since then. We wrote it when we were in college, and we played it a couple of times at sessions, and then we kind of put it away, but we decided to dig it out again. So
yeah. Just kind of forgot about it, really. Happens. Okay.
What's it about?
It's called The Loneliest Man in Town, and I think it was about. But it's not. Don't worry, it doesn't sound half as sad as it is. But
sure.
It was. I think me and Tom were like just freshly moved out of home, and we moved out when I was 16 and Tom was 18. We were 2 years apart, and we started studying in a community college, and we were home educated, so that was kind of like our version of school time, our first formal education. So it was kind of that was our teenage angst, that was us being like, oh, we're so lonely with these loner guys. We actually had loads of friends. I don't know what we were talking about.
I didn't actually write the lyrics. So,
oh yeah, I wrote the lyrics, so that's my bad. Yeah. I think I was just looking for attention, to be honest.
Not much has changed.
Yeah.
I know, I'm kidding.
You just wanted to share it off too,
Yeah. 1, 2, 1.
Head is swimming and I'm walking down the street without replies to hellos or goodbyes from the people that I meet. And without you here beside me, baby, I'm feeling weight torn down. Feel like the loneliest man in town. I must be the loneliest man around. Well, there's spirits, they're haunting all my house. There's the kind that have departed, and a bottle of famous grouse. Well, I'm lonely noon and night these days, but it's just a crying shame, 'cause I'm not the one to blame. I must be playing a losing game. Don't mean anything. It's just a song. Don't be cruel to me, baby, just because I done wrong. You know I'm tired, I got nothing going on.
don't mean anything. It's just a song. Don't accuse me, baby. You know I have done wrong. You know I'm tired. I got nothing going on. When I'm sleeping, dreaming of your face, and holding every inch of you in a soft and warm embrace. Anyone would see when I'm sleeping, babe, might say, well, when he comes around, he's gonna feel like the loneliest man in town. He must be the loneliest man around. He feel like the loneliest man in town. Yeah, there's no doubt about it, I'm the loneliest man around.
Yeah, Loneliest Men in Town, brought to you by the brothers Duffy.
It's got a ring to it, Jeff. What can I say?
Yeah, I like that. Wow.
It's sticking.
Wow.
I like it already.
Let's go for it. Oh my goodness. Wow.
What we got next? What's the next one?
I can go with it.
All right, cool.
Hand over lead vocals to Tom now. In fact, I might just turn up
My
the-
take on an 80s classic, which I'm sure you'll all recognize.
Easy, ready, willing, overtime. Where does it stop? Where do you dare me to draw the line? You got the body, now you want my soul. Don't even think about it, say no go. Yeah, but I'll do anything that you want me to. Yes, and I do almost anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that. I can't go for being twice as nice. And I can go for just repeating the same old lie. You got the body, now you want my soul. Ooh, forget about it, now say no go. Yeah, and I'll do anything that you want me to. Yes, and I do almost anything that you want me to. Yes, but I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that. But I'll do anything that you want me to. Yes, and I do almost anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, no. No can do, I can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that, can't go for that, I can't go for that. No can do, I can't go for that. Yeah, no can do. I can't go for that. No, 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 no. I can't go for that. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I can't go for that. I can't go. I can't go. No, no, no. No, no, no. I can't go. I can't go for that. I can't go for that.
Oh. Wow.
Thank
You guys are having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah,
That's what it's all about.
that's how we got to do it.
So
Pretty much the
Aiden's
golden
just
rule.
there in a supporting role today. So it's just really it's Ben and Tom, and Aiden's in the background over there.
Yeah, we
Just
really.
give me a minute,
we
okay?
were,
It should
we,
warm it
were,
up.
we were thinking of making the camera angle a little more like this, but we just
Don't do
I
that.
know.
Here, we'll just route it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm nearly pulled the router off the table.
You guys are
Yeah,
great.
no, but he'll get his turn. Don't worry. Where were we? Sorry, it's went blank too. Sorry. What's going on, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Marvin Gaye one. I'm sure you all know. Yeah. You start it off?
Sure.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. See, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah. Picket line, sister, picket sign, sister. Don't punish me, sister, with brutality, sister. Come on, talk to me, sister. You can see what's going on, 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 what's going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, right on. Everybody thinks we're wrong. Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply cause our hair is long. You know we've got to find a way. Bring some understanding here today. Yeah. Picket line, brother. Picket sign, brother. Punish me, brother. Brutality, brother. Come on, talk to me, brother. So you can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right on, brother.
Wow, that was terrific. Yay. Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Woo.
Wow.
What have we got left? So
I think we just got one more.
Yeah, I think we have time for like one more.
yeah, that's it. One more. Okay. Oh,
And we'll have to produce a concert for you guys too, so don't forget that. We have to figure out.
oh,
the
don't worry,
time.
we won't. We'll hold you to that. Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
I don't have her.
You don't have what, Harry? You're live.
Oh,
You take that one.
we're on it.
Oh, sorry, not it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what is it?
No, yeah, you're all right. Yeah. No, that's for a second.
Oh, I don't mind. But I mean, cool.
So we used to have a band together with some friend of ours. There was like 6 or 7 of us in the band at one stage, and it was called Regroovination. We used to do like kind of I don't know, sort of hip hop fusion, original, crazy, jazzy stuff. It was really good fun. Soul, I don't know, neo soul. Yeah, it was all kinds of things. We did lots of fun stuff. But this song is a song that we used to play with the band. Unfortunately, the band isn't together anymore at the moment. But yeah, this is one of the songs we used to play, and we had a lot of fun in that time. So it's nice to remember it.
Yeah, and it was written about a place I used to work where, yeah, I won't mention it, but yeah, I was not happy with how I was treated. So yeah, it's pretty much. It sounds like it could be a love song. To you, it might be a love song. I don't know, but to me, it was definitely about my boss mistreating me. So yeah, to me, it was a hate song. Yeah, yeah, no, it was a painful time for me. So, One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Tell me honestly, what have you done to me? I find it hard to perceive anything that feels like self-belief. Tell me truthfully how you acted so ruthlessly. I opened up my mouth. From that moment you had me figured out, and I worked hard. I did what you told me to do, but what was the use when I did everything just for you? I got a raw deal. I got a raw deal.
Don't you lie to me. You know that always surprises me. How you make me feel insane. All of your lying must have melted my brain when you're using me. All it does is confuses me. I don't want no excuses, please. And I know lying comes to you so easily, but I worked hard. I did just what you told me to do. And what was the use? 'Cause I did everything just for you. And I got a raw deal. Yeah, sing it. Said I got a raw deal. Yeah. I got a raw deal.
inside track. And it took me a while to notice you had the bigger slice, and now I might never get it back. Got a rodeo, rodeo. I got a rodeo, rodeo. I got a rodeo, rodeo. I got a rodeo, rodeo, rodeo. It took me a while to notice you had the inside track. It took me a while to notice you had the bigger slice, and now I might never get it back. Rodeo, yeah, I did. I got a rodeo, rodeo. I got a rodeo, rodeo, rodeo,
Give it up to the brothers Duffy, the Duffy brothers, live from Ireland. Aiden, Tom, and Ben, thank you so much for sharing your magic with us tonight. It's you guys sound wonderful, truly wonderful. Give it up, please, just to our friends, the Duffys. You guys are
Thank
great.
you so much.
guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for
It's
having
a
us.
pleasure to be here. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
They're just truly beautiful. Thank you so much. And I'm going to head over to Oregon to Emily. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
I am so looking forward. Thank you so much for being part of a wonderful day. And for those people who don't know your music and your passions, Emily, could you share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, totally. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a senior in college. I'm studying music. I'm a singer-songwriter. I do kind of folky singer-songwriter vibes. This is my third time at Jeff's Place. I'm so happy to be back. The show has been amazing. Duffy Brothers, that was insane. I can't wait for that full Duffy Brothers show. I will definitely be there. So that was awesome. Yeah, I'm really grateful to be here. I love, influences and stuff. I love Joni Mitchell, Carole King. I have my more recent influences. It's people like Maggie Rogers, Phoebe Bridgers. So yeah, that's me.
Well, what are you going to be playing tonight or this afternoon for you?
I have a mix, mostly covers, but I threw in a couple originals in there as well. So a little bit of a mix. I'm going to start out with a cover by the Weepies. If you don't know the Weepies, you should go check them out. They're like a married little duo who I love very much. And this is a song called Nobody Knows Me at All. I played this last time and I say it's a sad song with happy vibes. So you don't really get that it's sad unless you really pay attention to the lyrics. So anyway, pick and choose what you want to feel right now. But anyway, this is Nobody Knows Me at All. When I was a child, everybody smiled. Nobody knows me at all. Very late at night and in the morning light, nobody knows me at all. I've got lots of friends, yes, but then again, nobody knows me at all. Kids and a wife, it's a beautiful life, nobody knows me at all. And oh, when the lights are low, with someone I don't know. Oh, I don't give a damn. I'm happy as a clam. Nobody knows me at all. What can you do? There's nobody like you. Nobody knows me at all. no secrets to reveal. Nobody knows me at all. Very late at night and in the morning light, nobody knows me at all. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me at all.
Wow, give it up, family. Wow, your voice is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that was a Weepy's cover. The next song I'm gonna do is an original of mine. This one has a special place in my heart. It was the first one I ever like really played in front of people and released for people, and I released it last June, so if you want to hear it again, you can find it anywhere under my name. And yeah, this is called Something New, once I finish getting this tuned. Okay. Keep one eye on the door, waiting for my mind to let you in. Puzzle pieces on the floor, I can't figure out what I did for you to hurt me. Contradicting what I say, I never feel your sympathy. Build me up, lead me astray, I'll never see the change I need. La-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da. I see myself giving the world to you. Love me until you find something new. Dissonance fills my room. You've never been inside my head. There is nothing I can do to bring you back to me again. La-da-da-da. I see myself giving the world to you. Love me until you find something new. You take until I've given it all away. You make me feel like I'm the one who changed. You make me feel like I'm the one who changed.
Give it up. Wow, Emily, it's beautiful.
Thanks. Thank
Truly
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, the next one I have not played on here before. I tried to pick a couple that are new. Although there's a lot of people on here that I know I haven't seen before. So if you're here, thank you for being here. It's so fun to see everybody. Okay, this is a Ray LaMontagne song. He's another one of my favorite artists. I got the privilege to see him like a year and a half ago or so, and in a pretty like small-ish theater, and his voice just fills the room so insanely. So he's just one of those artists that I feel like I could listen to for hours and hours and hours. So anyway, this is a song of his. It's called Jolene. And if you like Zac Brown Band, they also did a version of this. But yeah, here's Jolene. Cocaine flame in my bloodstream. Sold my code when I hit Spokane. Bought myself a hard pack of cigarettes in the early morning rain. Lately my hands, they don't feel like mine. My eyes been stung with dust and blind. Held you in my arms one time, lost you just the same. Jolene, I ain't about to go straight. It's too late. I found myself face down in a ditch with booze in my hair, blood on my lips, a picture of you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. I still don't know what love means. I still don't know what love means. Jolene, la 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 la, Jolene. Been so long since I've seen your face, sort of felt a part of this human race. I've been living out of this here suitcase for way too long. Man needs something he can hold on to, a 9-pound hammer or a woman like you. Either one of them things will do. Jolene, I ain't about to go straight. It's too late. I found myself face down in a ditch with booze in my hair, blood on my lips, a picture of you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. I still don't know what love means. I still don't know what love means. Jolene, la 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 la, Jolene, la 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 la, Jolene.
That was beautiful. Wow. And yeah,
Thanks.
thank you for sharing that. Wow. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs of his. There's some really nice lyrics in there. Okay. I'm a little bit nervous to do this next one. So this is a song that I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but it was covered recently, a couple months ago, I mentioned Phoebe Bridgers and Maggie Rogers. So they did a cover together of this song, which I just thought was stunning. I love the song originally, but this cover just blew my mind a little bit. So I'm doing like a cover of a cover, basically. So I learned Phoebe and Maggie's version, but so it's same song, but a little bit like just very acoustic, I guess, which is mostly what I do anyway. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this one as well. Okay. And I'd give her forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. All I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. And sooner or later it's over, and I don't wanna go home tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your lives. But when everything feels like the movies, yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Your cover of the cover is, look, the original is different. The covers, you sound great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a beautiful song altogether, and then I love all the beautiful covers I've heard of it too, so it's really fun. Thanks. Oh, okay. I get nervous playing that because it's like so stripped down, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like if you mess up, it's just like
Yeah,
so
I once had the
obvious.
Google Dolls do a private party for me, so I've
Oh,
heard
that's
different versions
insane.
of
My
it.
gosh. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. I got another cover, and then I'm gonna do another original. Looking at time. Okay, cool. So this is another one that I haven't done here before, but I like playing this one because I have like a short story behind why I play it, I guess. So this is a song by Lori McKenna, who's an amazing songwriter, and I got to see her do like a workshop thing / performance when I went to a camp at Berkeley before I started going to school there. And I hadn't heard of her before, but I had heard of Tim McGraw, obviously, and this song was a song that she wrote that Tim McGraw actually recorded, but no offense to Tim McGraw, but I actually like her version a lot better. It's just so, I don't know, her voice is amazing and her writing is amazing, and so this is another one that if you might know if you're a big Tim McGraw fan. This is called Humble and Kind. Also, just the story behind this one is just gets me every time. Okay. You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. childhood stars shine. Always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone, oh, and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. When it's hard, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine. Always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, turn right back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind.
That was beautiful. Absolutely, truly beautiful.
Thanks. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Everything's fine. Thank you so much. Okay, watching the time now, I probably have like one more, right? For 1:30?
Yes, although
Okay.
you know, look, I could say yes to everyone to give more, but I think just one more. I think one more.
Yeah, no, totally. Okay, well then I'm gonna change what I was originally planning on doing.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna do some Joni Mitchell instead, because
Joni Mitchell's
gotta.
good. Go for it.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Jeff and Lauren and Harry, for having me be here once again. I love it here. It's my favorite place to be on Thursday now. So
Very grateful to have you here. And shout out to your mom and your dad.
shout out to my mom and my dad. There they are. Okay, this is one of my favorite Joni Mitchell songs. I hope you enjoy. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. on the back of a cartoon coaster in the blue TV screen light. I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. Oh, I'm a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood, you're my holy wine. You taste so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds. And she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, you're in my blood, you're my holy wine. It tastes so bitter, bitter and so sweet. I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet.
Oh, give it up, family. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to all of you and all the other artists, and to Amy for speaking. That was so fun, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I look forward to having you back and to do a show with you too. So,
Yes.
wow, thank you. All right, I'm going to head over to Rozzi. I think you're in California now?
Yes, I am. I'm in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles. Wow. Okay, so tonight we've had people from Ireland, from Canada, from the U.S. And so for people not familiar with your background, could you just spend a couple of minutes, few moments just sharing some of your early influences? I know you got discovered by Maroon 5.
Yeah.
And I mean, how crazy is that you show up and all of a sudden now you have a deal with Adam Levine? Like, how did that even, like, what was going through your mind? How did that happen?
It was totally crazy. I was like in school and I was a background singer, and Adam heard a song that I wrote and he sent me an email being like, I don't have a label, but I'll start one if you'll be on it. And I was like, yes. So it was an amazing, introduction to the music industry and opened a ton of doors for me. So.
But like you were playing like stadiums, right? Like,
yeah. It was totally surreal. I went from like frat parties to Madison Square Garden. It was kind of a weird fairy tale. phase of my life.
Wow. And looking back at those days compared to now, did you learn something through that process about yourself as an artist?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I could spend like an hour plus talking about everything I learned. But, you know, I think what's most exciting is it kind of set me up to really like discover my voice as an artist and discover my voice as a songwriter. And it just was like kind of the whole beginning of that whole thing for me. So now with, you know, the album that I'm working on now, it's, I can like see the steps that led me there. So, you know, it just kind of was the beginning of it all.
Because I've listened to a lot of your early music, your middle music, the later music, and I love your writing style, and I like the approach you take to your songs and the
Thank you.
The stories that you share and how vibrant they are. And so
thank you.
And I'm very grateful to have you as a guest here. So
yes, thank you so much for having me.
So wonderful. So if you could just when you share your songs, just share a little bit about the background behind them so we could appreciate the story.
Of course. This is so fun. I'm so happy to be here. And I love how many of you are showing I feel like I do so many Zoom things and I don't see anyone. And I'm like,
guys, if you're here, turn your cameras on.
It's so fun to see so many of you. Yes, thank you. Okay, this song, I just thought I'd start with like, technically, this is like the most played song on my Spotify or whatever. It's a very special song to me as well. But I just thought since you guys might not know me, I'll start with one that people theoretically like. I don't know. It's called Joshua Tree. I wrote it about my ex-boyfriend like a week after we broke up. It was a total breakup song, and I never in a million years cared about releasing it. I didn't think I would. It was like so personal. It felt like too private to share. But of course, that's usually the good stuff, I guess. So we put it out, and if you're going through a breakup in quarantine, that just feels wrong. And so this is for you. It's called Joshua Tree. I'm selfish. I always made your problems about me. I can't help it. I wish I had a little empathy for you. But that night that you told me that I don't work hard enough, told me I cried too much, ripped me to pieces, then called it love. Oh, and I never handled it quite like I wanted to. What was I supposed to do, knowing that both of us had enough? But when you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer, where the road went on forever, no end in sight for us. When you think of me, I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you when the worst was yet to come. 'Cause you know I do when I think of you. Yeah, you know I do when I think of you. You're careless, always saying things you didn't mean. Took me for granted and expected me to find the in-between. No. But that night that I told you that I wouldn't marry you, swear I could feel from the floor to the ceiling your walls came up. So then I pull you closer and you push me further, and nothing would matter. We kept getting sadder and called it love. But when you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer, where the road went on forever, no end in sight for us. When you think of me, I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you when the worst was yet to come. 'Cause you know I do when I think of you. Yeah, you know I do when I think of you. I think of New Year's in San Francisco, drunk on my roof looking at you wrapped up in your coat. So tell me, my dear, what do you think of? Don't you remember how we fell in love? Yeah, when you think of me, I hope you think of Joshua Tree that summer where the road went on forever. No end in sight for us. When you think of me, I hope you think of the letters that I sent you from across town just 'cause I missed you when the worst was yet to come, 'cause you know I do. When I think of you, my baby, yeah, you know I do. When I think of you, I think of you, I think of you, baby. Are you thinking about me, baby? Yeah, yeah. I think about you.
Wow, give it up for Joshua Tree.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thanks so much. I was not planning on doing a cover, but then Emily inspired me with her beautiful covers. So here's the deal. I'm doing this because I feel like it and because those
Please
covers
do.
sound so good.
By
But
the
I
way,
haven't played. Sorry?
I was going to say your Tom Petty covers are awesome too.
Oh my goodness, thank you. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
I didn't play piano much before quarantine, so it's hard for me to just like pull something out. But this song, I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna mess up. It just feels fun in here and it feels cozy.
Go with it.
Not
You're
like
good.
singing it. I'm gonna do a little Aretha Franklin cover for everybody. Let's see how it goes. Like the sweet morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. With my arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I sacrificed for you, dedicate my life to you. Yeah, I will go where you lead. I'll be right there in your time of need. And when I lose my will, you'll be right there to push me up that hill. There's no looking back first. We got our love, and sure enough, that's enough. You're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need, baby, baby, to get by, yeah, to get by. Like an eagle protects his nest, for you I do my best. Stand by you like a tree, and then anybody that try to move me, darling, in you I found strength when I was torn down. I don't know what's in store, but to get a week and open any door, yeah, just to do what's good for you. I'll inspire you a little bit higher. I know you can make a woman out of his soul that didn't have it go, 'cause we got the right foundation, and with our love and determination, you're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need. To get by. Yeah.
Whoa, just drop a little Aretha there. Oh my God. Wow. Whoa. Wow.
I just couldn't help it. I mean, I haven't sung a cover in a while. It's so fun.
Do what you like. Do what you love. My goodness. Wow. Wow.
I thought I'd play a song that I just put out a few weeks ago. This song, it's funny, I wrote it from a really personal place. I write all my songs from a dangerously personal place. If you want to know my secrets, it's very easy. I put them on the internet with my songs. Because that's just how for me, songwriting is very much like a coping and cathartic exercise. I use it to like stay sane, basically. And I wrote this song. It was, again, very personal. I was kind of, you know, when you're like going through something and you're trying to get over it, and you spend so many months going over it in your mind, and you try all these different avenues to move forward. And then sometimes there's kind of just like this magical moment where all that work seems to click and you really release it. And that's, at least in my experience, it's like it's almost mysterious why in that moment you're finally able to step over to the other side. But that happened to me with some stuff that I had been carrying with me, to some baggage, basically, from stuff from my past. And I remember I was in New York for the summer, and I was like literally walking down the steps of the subway, and it like hit, and I was over it. I was like, I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to move on, which is not easy. I hold on very tight to stuff. That's more my personality. And so I kind of wrote this song. Sometimes I do this, I write myself to like kind of finalize something and move to the next side. I need the song to finalize it or something. So I wrote this song then for myself, but we wanted to put it out at the top of the year because 2020 was such an exhausting, terrifying year, and not that this year is much different yet. The hope was that, you know, this song could kind of be part of the soundtrack to get us there, for the work that we have to do to get to a better place. And if nothing else, at least inspire the hope that it is, our better days are ahead of us rather than behind us. And so that's the hope with this song. I hope you like it. It's called Hymn for Tomorrow. I got baggage on my shoulders. You say, girl, let go. And I've been the bitch with the bad weather. You say, life is a record, play a new song. Weather passed like a hangover. Still drunk on until we're summers, ex-lovers with guns. But I fell asleep the old such a long, long time ago. Saw a new day come in my dreams. This is my hymn for tomorrow. Fuck the time, it's always flying. I can't move on, I never do. There's no such thing, there's only go on and carry everything you say. Life is a record, play a new song. And if it's never really over, make a new forever. Baby, get free and get on. So I fell asleep the old way. Such a long, long time ago. Saw a new day come in my dreams. This is my hymn for tomorrow. Yeah, so I fell asleep the old way. Such a long, long time ago. Saw a new day come in my dreams. This is my hymn for tomorrow. Oh, I need to make it right, but maybe it's already right. Saw a new day come with the sun. This is my hymn for a new life.
Give it on up. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. It's so nice.
Thank you.
Wow.
Is everyone having fun?
Yeah, we having fun,
Having a
guys.
good
Yeah.
time?
Come on, you can turn your cameras on. It's okay. You can share. It's
Yeah. Having a party at your house. Feels like we're all together.
we
Almost.
are. We're as together as we can.
We're
you know.
as together as possible.
Yeah.
Again, my name's Rozzi. Somebody literally just put it into the chat. Thank you, Lauren. Rozzi is my name. And if you guys want to hear all the songs, they're all out on the internet. You just search ROZZI. You can find them anywhere. You can find my social media at This Is Rozzi for me singing to you live on a daily basis. I can't decide for this next song. I don't know if anybody has a preference. I was going to play a song from my last album called Uphill Battle. That's like, I feel like it just like describes me better than any other song. Sometimes I think it's kind of like the most me song that I have somehow. But I also thought I might play this new one that I play sometimes that's coming out later this year called How'd You Learn to Lie Like That, which is about just this loser. If anybody has any losers in their life they need me to sing about. I don't know if anyone has a preference.
You could do Uphill Battle, I know. So, I mean, you could do whichever you want. We have time for both if you'd like. If you want to.
Okay. You guys are so just supportive and whatever I feel like. Let me see. I think I'll do the new one, if that's cool with you guys.
Okay.
It's called How'd You Learn to Lie Like That. I think it's coming out later this year. Yeah, it's about a loser. Okay, here we go. I don't know how else to describe it. The last thing you said before you vanished was that this was so much more than the sex. I spent 6 nights in a sleepless panic, hating my reflection, rereading our texts, driving so fast, your words in the wind, and they hit me over and over again, like, baby, I miss you, and there's no one else but you. How'd you learn to lie like that? How'd you learn to lie like that? Kept your heartbeat steady, your palms ain't sweaty, while you tell me that I need to relax, oh baby. How'd you lie like that? Oh man, I messed up, but we're gonna, okay. I'm good at believing when you told me to, and I'm good at leaving, and that's what I'll do. So you can stay dark if you wanna be, fall asleep in the light of your TV. I don't need to see your pretty face, I don't need to hear it, I know what you'd say. You say, baby, I miss you, and there's no one else but you. Oh no. How'd you learn to lie like that? How'd you learn to lie like that? Kept your heartbeat steady, your palms ain't sweaty, while you tell me that I need to relax. Oh no. How'd you learn to lie like that? Oh, yeah. Oh, da 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 da. Yeah, you keep your heartbeat steady, babe. You kept your heartbeat steady. You kept your heartbeat steady, baby. I'm not so steady, baby. I'm not so steady.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Amazing, raw and beautiful, and
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you so much. Um, do I have time for like one more?
You have time for two more if you'd like.
Okay.
Is there a clean version of "Don't F This Up"?
Oh my goodness. If I knew it on piano and if I had sung that, look at you. That's a deep cut. That's on YouTube somewhere. I have a
Oh
song
yeah,
called
I do
Don't
recommend
F
it. If you
This
can't,
Up.
if you don't hear it tonight, do look it up. It is a wonderful story. Rozzi's very articulate to anyone she's dating. She sort of gives a game plan to like how to get to our heart, but like you don't want to mess it up.
Yes. Yeah, that song almost was on my last album and then I didn't put it on. So I was filming these videos for this mic company or something, and they
I kind of like it was really nice videos though. It's kind of like
yeah,
the
they're
backup
cool.
singers
Yeah,
and stuff.
I just did a couple unreleased songs, which is fun. I like that they're out somewhere on the internet.
But it's the sentiment, it's the way you write your story and the sentiment, and you sort of like trying to give the guy a hint, give him a little
Yeah.
help about that.
Trying to help, yes, exactly. Just listen to the lyrics. Just do exactly as I say, and everything will be fine. I'm just kidding. Okay. If I have time for two more, I'll do this one's off my last album too, and it's called 66 Days. And during quarantine, I used to do like a funny like COVID remix of it where I was like, ha ha ha, we've been in quarantine for 66 days. Can you believe it? And then it turned into forever and it stopped being funny. So I'm just going to do the original lyrics. Yeah. I'm so good at fantasy and seeing what I want to see. I see you at my door saying you can't take it anymore. Cause you're so tired of missing me, and what I want is what you need. But coming back to earth, the truth is I'm alone and yeah, it hurts. So I'm just asking cause I need to know, is this something I should be letting go? Yeah, 66 days since I've seen your face. But if we try again now, would it all just be the same? 66 days of praying we've changed. Cause baby, I'm afraid now I'm just built this way. I saw you in another dream. Waking up is bittersweet. Some days I wanna fight for us, some days I wanna stick the knife in us. Hey, yeah. So won't you show up with the new you? Or show up with somebody new? Cause if I shouldn't stay in love, I need a reason I should hate you. Is this something I should be letting go? Yeah, 66 days since I've seen your face. But if we try again now, would it all just be the same? 66 days of praying we've changed. Cause baby, I'm afraid now I'm just built this way. 66 days, been living without you, been living without you. I've been sleeping without you, been sleeping without you. I've been trying to forget you, I don't wanna forget you. I know it's been a while, I still think of you as mine. After 66 days since I've seen your face. But if we try again now, and it all just be the same. Yes, said 66 days since I've seen your face. But if we try again now, baby, 66 days, I'm afraid we've changed. Cause baby, I'm afraid now I'm just built this way. Woo! 66 days, been living without you, been living without you. I've been sleeping without you, been sleeping without you. I've been trying to forget you, but I don't wanna forget you. After 66 days.
Yeah, give it up. 66 days plus.
Yeah, plus a million, yeah. All right, well, I'll just do my last song if that's cool. Thank you so much for having me. This is so, I can feel the energy.
Thank you for coming here. You're invited to come back. We'll find a time when it works for you.
Amazing.
It's awesome to have you
Yes.
here, really.
Thank you. Thank you guys all for listening. Again, my name is Rozzi. You can find these songs wherever you listen to music and on all the social media things. This song I wrote for my best friend. Another one I didn't think I'd put out because it just was for her. She was moving out. We're very codependent. We're like sisters. We lived together for a really long time. And when she finally moved out, it was like the end of an era. And so I wrote this song to try and make us laugh. And then I sang it at a show, and the president of my label was there, and he's like, "That's your single." So it was my single. It's just so funny. I love the song. It's so for me and my friend that I didn't even mean to share it. But I feel like it has more of a purpose now than ever because we can't be with our friends. Like maybe you're with your husband or your wife or your kids, your family, but your friends are the ones you can't see in the same way. I just want to go to like a sweaty concert karaoke with my friends, and I miss my friends so much. So for everybody missing their friends, this is for you. It's called the Best Friend Song. I want to go to a party and only talk to you. I'll stay at home on our phones maybe for an hour or two. When I'm kind of sick of everyone but you. Let's go to Sheryl Crow karaoke, it's all I want to do. If I was ever gonna get a tattoo, I'd wanna get a half heart to match you. Is you and me standing here, wrote a best friend song for my best friend. Hey, if you say you wanna do some mushrooms, I'll take what you give me cause I trust you. Is you and me standing here, wrote a best friend song for my best friend. You were there when I cried over what's his name again. Pick me up, I was drunk, still a mess at 3 a.m. You hit me with your tough love. It was kind of mean but true. That's why I call you my sister. It's not just cause I look like you. There's no one else I'd rather waste my time with. Yeah, if I was ever gonna get a tattoo, I'd wanna get a half heart to match you. It's you and me, Teddy, and wrote a best friend song for my best friend. Hey, if you say you wanna do some mushrooms, I take what you give me cause I trust you. It's you and me, Teddy, and wrote a best friend song for my best friend. You will always be, yeah. No one else I'd rather waste my time with. There's no one else I'd rather waste my time with. If I was ever gonna get a tattoo, I'd wanna get a half a heart to match you. You and me, Teddy, and wrote a best friend song for my best friend. And if you say you wanna do some mushrooms, yeah, I'll take what you give me cause I trust you. With you and me, Teddy, and best friend song, it's you. You know we, you're my best friend. Ow, you're my best friend, yeah. Thank you guys so much.
That's Rozzi.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, truly.
Thanks for having me. So much fun.
Wow. That was amazing. And I want to thank all our artists. I'm Jeff Pulver, and you've been listening to, been part of Jeff's Place. I have to give a shout out to Amy from Bluebird Cafe. Oh my God. Peter Katz, Izzo, the brothers Duffy. You guys rock. Emily, you rock. And Rozzi, wow. It's a wonderful show. Truly want to thank my sister Lauren and Harry. Thank you for co-producing. And I thank all the artists for really keeping the positive energy going. And it shows like this that gives me purpose. And I'm really excited to be able to share the positivity. And, it's ironic, but, I don't know. When I found out I was COVID positive on Sunday, I really wanted to take a COVID positive attitude toward doing things. I had to reduce my schedule. And by now it's Thursday, and I'm definitely more tired than I was on Sunday. But there's certain things which matter to me, and I do believe that there's a positive energy that we can actually heal with positivity, and music heals. And so I am very grateful to everyone who's been here, been part of the show, sharing the artists who've been sharing their voices. And so I just this game today, this show is what I was looking forward to the most this week. And so I thank everyone for being here, for supporting it, and for being part of Jeff's Place. And really a shout out to the entire community that's here, because we represented, I think, 8 or 9 time zones today. I lost track, but we have folks from all over the world being part of this, listening, engaging. Please follow everyone on social if you can. If you can be generous, please tip everybody. Everyone deserves to have their music purchased. And, gratuities are always appreciated by the artists. And we'll be back next week. If you have any friends who enjoy live music on the internet, please tell them about Jeff's Place. We're always looking for new artists. I believe, let's see, Emily has a show coming up with Matt, who's from Ireland, who's from Northern Ireland. If I'm not mistaken, right? Em, that's right. So and that looked like a nice show. And the people here who are singer songwriters, they're collaborating. If you're looking to connect with folks, we're here. The only sponsors I have for my show are the Color Purple, the numbers 1 and 8, which together bring life, and the letters LOV and E, which in 2020 outbid WTF every week. I'm very happy to say that we're still staying with Love this year. So those are the big sponsors: Purple, 18, and Love. So the rest of this is brought to you just to do it. So I thank everyone for being here. We're going to formally end the show. If you'd like to hang out for a few minutes, we'll be here. But it's I know it's late in some parts of the world, and just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm very grateful to have your presence and that just share your ear. So anyway, thank you so much to all of you. You guys are amazing, and I just want to say thank you.